Liam Catterson here, but you already knew that. And today we are reacting to RWBY. This is Chapter 6. This is Burning the Candle. So, yeah, RWBY has been pretty awesome this volume. It's been pretty entertaining and I'm really loving it. I think we're about to approach the halfway point in a few episodes, if last year has any indication on how many episodes there are in a volume. But RWBY has been pretty awesome. I mean, Chapter 4 has probably been the best one out of the lot thus far. But I'm thinking that's going to pick up, especially with what we've got coming up, what's seemingly teased coming up with the last episode, with Cinder and her team, Mercury and Emerald, potentially fighting off against Team RWBY in some capacity maybe, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it will happen in another volume, who knows. But let's get reacting to RWBY, can't wait for this, let's go. Oh.
I need you to pick a tablecloth. Aren't they both the same?
I was going to say that. They look the same colour. Unless it's a different kind of material or something. Like, one's not as sustainable.
So, have you picked out a dress yet? What's the point? Who cares about the dance if Blake isn't going? Oh, don't worry.
RWBY.
She's going. Weiss? I thought we agreed. No doilies. If I don't get doilies, you don't get fog machines.
Your dance is gonna have fog machines?
We were thinking about it.
That's pretty cool.
You
Oh my
ladies
God.
all excited for dress up?
Weiss is just suddenly
Yeah,
collapsed right
That's
now
what I
because
I'll be turning
of
heads tomorrow
Neptune.
night. What are you two wearing?
This?
Ignore him, for he knows not what he says.
Hey, I moved to Mistral, but I grew up in Vacuo. It's not exactly a shirt and tie kind of place.
Yeah, we've noticed.
just wear something
What does
nice.
Blake think of all
Like,
this?
that's nice too,
Still
but
being all,
I don't know, something smarter.
Blakey.
Obviously, I still can't think of a way to change her mind. Guys, trust me,
Hypnotize?
Blake will be at the dance tomorrow.
In fact, pull her hair. Hmm? Hmm? It's a little, Damn, Blake still looks rough. It's probably me just trolling Blake. Probably something I would do. Even at friends. I don't know. Is that another helicopter? Oh!
Hello! Where do you... We need to talk. Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Hello, Ren.
Huh?
We need to talk.
Everyone needs to talk.
Ren, I'm just gonna come out and say it. You are one of my best friends. These
Aw.
past few months, I feel like we've really bonded. Even though you don't say much. I mean, you're really quiet. To be perfectly honest, I don't know that much about you personally. But darn it, I consider you to be the brother I never had.
And I, you.
Oh,
Which
Ren.
is why
Like
I
Ren.
wanted to get your advice on girls.
Girls?
I just
Yeah.
don't know how to.
He's trying-
I guess what I'm asking
Let
is,
me put my clothes
how
on.
did you ignore a, you know?
We're not actually together.
Nora, I said headphones on.
John,
Nora.
what is this all about?
She could just, you know, turn the volume down a bit.
It's Weiss. I'm completely head over heels for her, and she won't even give me a chance. She's cold, but she's also incredible. She's smart and graceful and talented. I mean, have you heard her sing? I just wish she'd take me seriously, you know? I wish I could tell her
Kind of a
how I
problem,
feel
but
without messing it all
I
up.
can really
Then
feel
do
for
it.
her.
What?
Tell her exactly what you've just said. No ridiculous schemes, no pickup lines. Just be honest.
But what?
Jean,
It's funny.
You can't get it wrong if it's the truth.
I thought these two, like, I had a hunch.
Thanks, Pyrrha. Good talk, Ren.
Now, can I put my clothes on?
Practice what you preach, Pyrrha.
Yeah, if you're going to
See-
tell me to stop, you may as well just save your breath.
To Ren,
I don't want you to
why
stop.
don't you
I
do
want
something
you
like
to
that
slow
to Weiss? Although
We
Weiss is a
don't
bit more
have
intimidating.
the luxury to slow down.
It's not a luxury.
But I thought he was really
It's a
confident
necessity.
there, so just pretend
The
Weiss
necessity
is
is
Ren.
stopping Torchwick.
And we're going to. But first you have to sit down and listen to what I have to say.
Come on, Blake.
Fine. Ruby and I grew up in Patch, an island just off the coast of Vale. Our parents were huntsmen. Our dad taught at Signal, and our mom would take on missions around the kingdom. Her name was Summer Rose. And she was like super mom. Baker of cookies and slayer of giant monsters. And then, one day she left for a mission and never came back. It was tough. Ruby was really torn up, but I think she was still too young to really get what was going on, you know? And my dad just kind of shut down. It wasn't long before I learned why. Summer wasn't the first love he'd lost. She was the second. The first was my mom. He wouldn't tell me everything, but I learned that the two
Really
of them
bad
had
luck,
been on the
doesn't
team
he?
together with Summer and Crow, and that she'd left me with him just after I was born. No one had seen her since.
Why did she leave you?
That question. Why? I didn't know the answer, but I was determined to find out. It was all I thought about. I would ask anybody I could what they knew about her. Then, one day, I found something. What I thought was a clue that could lead me to answers. Or maybe even my mother. I waited for Dad to leave the house, put Ruby in a wagon, and headed out. I must have walked for hours. I had cuts and bruises, was totally exhausted, but I wasn't going to let anything stop me. When we finally got there, I could barely stand. But I didn't care.
So
I had made it.
Dedication. It's.
And then I saw them. Those burning red eyes. There we were, a toddler asleep in the back of a wagon and a stupid girl too exhausted to even cry for help.
Oh,
We might as well have been
Jesus.
served on a silver platter. But, as luck would have it, our uncle showed up just in time.
Sick.
My stubbornness should have gotten us killed that night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened to you, and I understand what you're trying to tell me, but this is different. I'm not a child, and this isn't just a search for answers. I can't just...
I told you, I'm not telling you to stop. I haven't. To this day, I still want to know what happened to my mother and why she left me. But I will never let that search control me. We're going to find the answers we're looking for, Blake. But if we destroy ourselves in the process, then what good are we?
You don't understand. I'm the only one who can do this.
Like.
No, you don't understand. If Roman Torchwood walked through that door, what would you do?
I'd fight him.
You'd lose.
I can stop him.
You can't even stop me.
Blake is a bit delusional in a way. And Yang's trying to make us see. I mean, the.
I'm not asking you to stop. Just please, get some rest. Not just for you, but for the people you care about. And if you feel like coming out tomorrow, I'll save you a dance.
I love it. Blake. Come on, Blake. Oh, here we go. That was a really powerful backstory. I just really loved it. Oh yeah. I kind of forgot about that in the process, but
I know this is a little unorthodox, but
oh, this
I
is
wanna
gonna
ask
be
you
bad.
something. Would you like to
Just get
accompany
with
me to
Pyrrha.
dance tomorrow?
Oh, poor Jean. mean.
Stupid, dumb neck trap.
Look better in a tie.
Thank you.
So, does this mean we're going together?
Technically, though my first dance is spoken for.
Yes. Yes, it is. I'm glad that that Blake listened. It was really important. But see, I probably would never attend these. Not because I can't dance, but I don't know. See, she's happier now, and that's what we
Told
want
you
to
she
see.
would come.
Mission accomplished. So, what do we do now?
Just have fun.
What?
Does that mean I can change out of these stupid things and into my hood now? Stupid lady stilts.
Not enjoying yourself?
Oh, no.
Oh, I
Everything's
just love
fine.
this.
I'm just not much of a fancy girl.
Well, you can't spend your entire life on the battlefield, even if you may want to.
Yeah, that lesson's been floating around a lot lately.
If you think about it, fighting and dancing aren't so different. Two partners interlocked. Although
Yeah, I mean,
one wrong
dancing-
move on the ballroom nearly leads to a swollen foot.
Twisted
Yes.
It's not every day that friends are able to come together like
And
this.
and there's no
I'm
murder
always
unless
testing
it's,
our
I
bonds.
don't know how
But it's
bad
nights like
you're
these
butchering
that
your
can help
dance.
Keep them stronger than ever. Nights like these are ones we'll never forget.
You guys are just in time.
Uh-oh.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Uh-oh. Okay, so that was a really good episode of RWBY there, and I just love how whenever, like, Cinder's team, like, I don't know, it feels some kind of intrigue towards the end and some kind of suspicious and, you know, worrying aspect whenever, you know, we end on Cinder's team. It's really fun and concerning, but yeah. No, that was a really, really fun episode. I think obviously the main point is obviously Yang's backstory. That was really powerful and it was really touching, and I just, you know, I felt so much emotion watching that backstory, especially, you know, when she was basically explaining the moral of the story to Blake. And it's great to see that Blake is a bit happier now, because obviously, like I said in my last reactions, she's been a bit vulnerable, and that's not what we want from Blake, especially if, you know, especially for her, like, objective in life. And yeah, that backstory though was just powerful stuff. I just really loved it. It was really, really fun to watch, but also really touching. So it's really good stuff. But yeah, I really like this. Like I said, more Yang development in a way, and more, you know, Yang action, which is good because, like I said, we don't want her pushed to the side, and it's great we're getting a bit more Yang. So that's awesome. So I will see you guys later on today for my next RWBY reaction, which will be Chapter 7. But in the meantime, I will see you guys next time. You can watch my previous reactions if you want to watch more of my content. You could also subscribe to my media feeds and to my channel. I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!